One of the reoccurring challenges we see in these classes are cylinders that are being returned that have a bad vacuum. And when you get to looking into these problems and troubleshooting and working through all the different components on the top end, a common area will be the regulators. On higher pressure cylinders, you will have either a single regulator in conjunction with an economizer, or what they call a combo unit, which has a pressure builder and economizer function built into the same unit. If you look at those regulators and they're installed on there, and you look at the pressure rating that's of that cylinder, oftentimes the spring that's in those regulators has a value that's higher than the pressure setting of the cylinder. So if you have an end user who decides they need to get more pressure out of the cylinder and they want to make those adjustments on those regulators, it can get into a scenario where the cylinder appears to be having a bad vacuum because the pressure has been built up in these pressure builders to a level that's close to or sometimes even above the pressure rating of the cylinder. So the cylinder just sits there and continues to run and work, and the outside of the cylinder will be sweating profusely because it's working very hard and the relief is going off. It's constantly building pressure. And what happened was it's just a bad regulator. So what we teach you in the class is how to troubleshoot that scenario. You can run an NER tester. You can prove that the NER is good on the cylinder. Then you start working your way through the various components. You would then remove this regulator. You can put it onto a bench assembly. You can run it through a setup scenario that would make sure that it's factory set to the right spring rating, and reinstall it on the cylinder, pressurize it, and you're back in business.